Sadiya Umar-Farouq, ICPC recovers 50 billion naira from Humanitarian Affairs Ministry. Oh boy. I know that there is 37.1 billion that is currently under investigation, and that is why this Sadiya Umar-Farouq, the former Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, and the current minister as well, the Beta Edu, were both suspended and then got their passport seized and now under EFCC and ICPC investigation. But the update now is that ICPC has recovered 50 billion naira from Sadiya Umar-Farouq, or rather from the ministry. Wow, these guys must have been very brutal. The Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC, has reportedly recovered 50 billion naira meant for vulnerable citizens during the tenure of former Minister Sadiya Umar-Farouq from the Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation Ministry. The massive sum of money which was about to be embezzled was recovered by the ICPC between July and August 2023 and paid into the Central Bank of Nigeria. So according to the Punch, the fund was blocked during attempts to transfer it into a private account and recovered by the ICPC under its former chairman, Bolaji Owasanoye. Now, as a source disclosed that the funds were subsequently handed over to the President Bola Tinubu's led federal government. Now, the funds were recovered when former President Muhammadu Buhari and Umar-Farouq were leaving office, and President Tinubu had yet to appoint a new humanitarian affairs minister. So President Tinubu, upon the appointment of the now suspended Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Beta Edu, ordered the Accountant General of the Federation to refund the money to the ministry as part of the Infrastructure Support Fund for the 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory to cushion the effect of the fuel subsidy removal. Now, the refunded sum is part of the 44 billion allegedly laundered in the National Social Investment Program Agency and the 585 million naira Edu authorized for disbursement. Okay, and source said, another source said, during the naira scarcity between late 2022 and 2023, the ICPC and under Professor Owasanoye blocked and recovered the sum of 50 billion naira from the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs. So it is that 50 billion that is about to be reluted. That is what I say here. Oh boy. The first sum that was blocked had recovered was 32 billion, but when the commission probed further, another 18 billion was blocked and recovered from the ministry. So the ICPC discovered that the money was meant for the vulnerable and the poor people in the country, which the ministry under the former minister Umar-Farouq could not distribute due to the scarcity of currency during the Naira redesign period. So the money was paid into the coffers of the government between July and August 2023. Some officials in the ministry attempted to disburse the funds into private account during the time the former minister was no longer active in the office and there was no new minister last year. So the ICPC immediately blocked the money after discovering the suspicious and fraudulent manner in which it was to be distributed and it was recovered. So after President Tinubu announced the Infrastructure Support Fund for the 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory to cushion the effect of the first subsidy removal, the federal government paid the money into the coffers of the Humanitarian Affairs Ministry under Beta Edu, being the ministry in charge of poverty alleviation projects. Can you imagine? So this money was to be stolen under Umar-Farouq and then it was blocked by ICPC. Can you imagine? First was about 32 billion and then followed by another 18 billion. And this happened during transition period when Buhari and Umar-Farouq were leaving and the new minister was to be nominated. So this money would have grown wings And this is just one of such incidents. Probably there are more that could have also left undetected as we speak. Okay, so the same money was paid back into CBN. Now, when Tinubu finally got Beta Edu to be the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, he ordered CBN to return that money, 50 billion, back into the coffers of the ministry. So it is part of that money now. About 44 billion is to be reluted, and now, and then 585 million that Beta Edu approved. All of these are part of that 50 billion and almost about to disappear as well. Thank God, ICPC had detected and blocked all of these funds from leaving. Oh boy, these people are very brutal, I tell you. Very brutal. These people are very, very brutal in their looting. They don't have pity at all, both for the citizens and for the nation. Hey. So now there are a few comments. People are reacting to this. There was a 50 billion, and Nigerians are daily dying of hunger. Humanitarian ministry, indeed. It shall never be well with all greedy politicians. Exactly. Buhari and Tinubu's ministers in competition for looting. Not be smart, Tinubu's ministers might even be the worst. That is the truth. Ha, my God, my Father. These people are just wicked. And that is exactly what they are. They are just wicked. Very, very wicked. Somebody said, dissolve this ministry for the interest of the masses. No kobo has gotten to the so-called poor people. Instead, the money is moving to the account of these corrupt politicians. So dissolve the department. Dissolve the ministry quickly. That is what Tinubu's led government is now being encouraged to dissolve that ministry fast, because the purpose for which it was set up is being defeated already. Without government money, no Northerner can have more than 10K in his account, including Dangote. Abi? That is your own view. That is your own view. And somebody say, why are people so wicked? How much money can ever be enough for these people? If one is not a thief, the head of a cow, okay, should be enough for him to drink with Gary. But no, they will continue looking for elephant head. They don't know that greed kills. Just like it's killing Beta Edu now, and it's about going to swallow Tunjojo, the Interior Ministry, as well. Someone saying, a leech has 2 daughters. Their names are Give Me and Give Me. God in heaven deliver us from the parasitic and self-centered politicians. Exactly. The thing is just too much. 50 billion was recovered during the time Sadiya Umar-Farouq was leaving office, and then paid back into the ministry when Beta Edu took over that ministry. At the same time, it was about to be relooted again. Ha, thief. Ulegba. Hey God, this will not use you. Only God will help this nation to be free from all these criminal politicians. So that is exactly what is happening here. ICPC uncovered that money, we paid it back into the ministry, and they wanted to release it again, and it's been recovered. It's been detected and recovered again. Hey, that money, something there in here. So thank you for listening. Let's have your comment over all of these financial improprieties.